Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk, and today we're going to talk about the iFi Pro iDSD. I want to thank iFi for sending this over for a review. Do greatly appreciate it. iFi, you rock. The Pro iDSD has been quite a journey for me. It's something totally different than I've ever used before, and I've truly enjoyed it. And this review is not even going to cover the majority of what this device can do, so I would recommend that you check out the links down below for seeing all the details and getting all the information that I just won't be able to cover in this review. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you haven't subscribed, check out the links down below. Alright, so the iFi Pro iDSD, it comes in this pretty standard iFi box. Has lots of pretty pictures, all kinds of specs on it, and of course it has the high-res sticker, so it's got to be good, right? This does have a General Electric tube inside of it, and it also is high-res, Wi-Fi capable, and a 4.4 millimeter balanced version. You also, as far as I know, can still get it in a 2.5 millimeter balanced version. It does all kinds of things. It does DSD 512, 1024, XDSD, XDSD, PCM, has filters, MQA, DLNA, tube and solid state, and yeah. So anyways, you take the sleeve off and you get the standard white box that comes with most iFi gear. Let the lid come off. It's a very slow boy. There we go. And when you open it up, you'll get a bunch of paperwork. I highly recommend you read this book. It explains a whole lot, tells you all the inputs and outputs. You also get your standard accessory kits with the purple cables from iFi and the blue USB. And you also get an adapter and an antenna for your network, which I did not use. And you get that little optical and coax adapter, toslink adapter. Put all this back. Alright, so let's go over the device real quick. Now again, please check out the links down below. You'll get a whole lot more information off of that more than likely than my review. So the device itself is very pretty to look at. It has a nice big screen that you can read easily. Works really well with my old man eyes. A lot easier to read than the Burson conductor had. And over here you have your function button. It changes all your inputs. Also, it'll change your brightness of your screen. If you want to turn off your screen, you can just click that. You can also change the polarity, whether or not you want it original or inverted. Here you can change your different filters and that it goes through let's see, you got your Gibbs transient, which is GTO, apodizing, transient aligned, bit perfect plus. If you click on it, it'll go from DSD 512, DSD 1024, or off, or DXD. You have your little power buttons right here in the corner. Your gain switch from 0, 9 to 18. Your options to go from tube to tube plus to solid state. 1/4 inch, 3.5, 4.4, and then your volume knob. Now the nice thing about the volume knob is that if you have it turned up and then you turn the device off, it will remember where you last had it, and as it turns off, it'll turn the volume down, and then when you turn it back on, the volume will come back up to the place that you left it last. Here you have your little peek hole for some color to show your tube off. And then on the back you have all sorts of goodness. You have your power, Then right here is a loop, so if you have another iFi device like an ESL or the iCan, you can just connect a loop to it and you only need one power cord. You have BNC, sinks, all kinds of other good stuff back here that I didn't use. AES EBU, USB, your coaxial, USB also, Ethernet, here's your RCA outs and your XLR outs. And there's also a switch here to change it from variable or fixed outputs. Overall, a very solid device. It's nice and heavy, has a little rubber pad on the bottom that is iFi branded, and it just feels solid in the hand, feels durable, and it is pretty. To me, I find this a very attractive device, but I found that the Burson conductor was just a little bit sexier with the grooves that the Burson had on it, but this is actually very well laid out. A couple of things that did bother me were when you had cables in, it was very hard to reach the gain switches easily, and also when you push them, they're a little tough to move and stiff, and so I just found that the device kind of slid around a little bit. And also on the back, if you have a bunch of cables and stuff in there, it makes it a little hard to maneuver sometimes. If you do have to move it, it's just a little cramped in the back. Alright, so let's see if we can demonstrate the volume. So if you turn it off, you can see the volume knob moving. Let's see if we can get it turned back on here. So it's going to cycle through, takes a little bit, and then you're going to see that volume knob, which turned down, you're going to see it turn back up. And it'll put a message on the screen saying that it's doing it. Does take a bit. And there you go. It restored the volume to right about 1130-ish where I had left it. And it just has so many little features. You also do get a very small remote control, and this just controls volume up and down. Feels kind of chintzy. My little Klipsch soundboard bar has basically the same build quality remote of this. The Burson's remote was so much nicer, but hey, it's a remote and it works for your volume, so you don't have to reach and turn it. Works well. The overall sound of the device is very unique because you have the abilities to change it from solid state to tube plus, and it does make a difference. Even though it's just a little bit subtle of a difference, it does make a difference. And I find that the iFi, no matter which setting you have it on, is very pleasing and pleasant to listen to. Has a little bit of a warmer touch to it, just like all iFis do, with that Burr Brown in there. It has a quad DAC, Burr Brown DAC in it, and it has a very nice, just laid back analog type of sound, and it's just very smoothing, very engaging, has really good bass, has really good mids, tonality, and the mid and the treble is very smooth and never gets out of control. The details are very well presented, and it's a non-fatiguing sounding amplifier. And I really enjoy that. It doesn't matter what kind of music you're throwing at it. Now, it does scale with better music. If you go up into DSD and MQA, you're going to have a lot better of an experience than you are with lower end files. But it's a very revealing amplifier, and it's very technically capable, and I really do enjoy the sound of it. In comparison to the Burson Audio Conductor 3X Performance that I just reviewed, I found that the conductor had a little bit more aggressive portrayal of details and a little bit smaller of a sound stage, but it did a better job of detail retrieval. They were more easily able to be heard, and it sounded a little bit more accurate. But the iFi is more pleasing to listen to. When compared to the MyTech Liberty back here, which is actually my benchmark DAC amp, the MyTech Liberty has a more natural sound to it and an overall just better presentation to what everything sounds like around me. To me, the MyTech sounds more normal, if that's to say, whereas the iFi sounds a little enhanced, but it has a little bit more of an engaging sound signature. But to me, the MyTech is the more accurate and technically correct sound, if you want to put it that way. But I love the iFi, and I think that it's a great amplifier, DAC, preamp, whatever you throw at it, it can do, and it has plenty of power, plenty of capabilities, and it does every single thing that you want. You know, as I've said about every iFi product, it's like they sat in the office and they said, okay, everybody gets to choose one thing that you want put into this device, and we'll make it happen. And so everybody lists off their favorite thing. Hey, I want AES. Hey, I want balanced out. Hey, I want this. I want to be able to stream this. I want to be able to do this, that. And so the designers went back and said, okay, here's our list. Check, 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 check. And they made sure that every single thing was in there. And it pleases the masses. I mean, people can go in and just, if you need it, they have it on this device. It just makes it very, very user friendly as far as options. It is a learning curve, though, to be able to know when to change it, how to change it, what does what, you know, that type of thing. And also the other thing is the price tag is rather steep. At $2,500 plus, the Pro iDSD is not cheap, and it's not easily obtainable by a lot of people. And so, you know, this is something that you really have to consider. Is this meeting every need that I need? Is this something that I truly need and will use every single option? Or will I just use one or two of them? And then if you're only going to use one or two of them, are you okay with paying the price tag for it? I think it sounds great. I think it works great. I haven't had any issues. Love it. And I really don't want to have to return it, but unfortunately my time is up with it. And I can see you loving this. But I also can see people saying, it's a lot of money. It's up to you. You know what your budget is. For me, I've stuck with the MyTech Liberty. Simple, sounds natural, and meets my needs. Pro iDSD offers a lot of things that I won't use, and I don't use currently, so I don't see the value in it, but you may. Pro iDSD from iFi. I greatly appreciate you allowing me to use this and borrow this and loan it out to me and demo it, and I've had a truly fantastic time with it. I truly enjoy it, and the sound is amazing. It's been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next videos, somewhere on the screen is going to be a notification link and subscription link. If you haven't already, please check those off. And then check out the links down below for more information regarding the iFi Pro iDSD and where you can purchase it from, and also other ways that you can support this channel, and all kinds of other good things like products that I use, playlists that I listen to, all that kind of stuff. Thanks. Have yourself a good day.